Number one, the male feminist. We are all too familiar with this archetype. Sporting a brand new iPhone 16 Pro while complaining about the many woes of capitalism. He's safe, sleazy. He's masculine, but in a safe, special kind of ooh, I'm not gonna hurt you, baby kind of way. He's someone who believes in what he does, not only because he believes the world owes him something, but because he knows it will get him what he wants. Women. Deep down, every red-blooded, straight, normal man knows that these guys are snakes. Behind the mullet and the ugly mustache is an insecure, arrogant narcissist who will do and say anything to get laid. These guys cannot be trusted, not because there is something inherently wrong with women's rights, but because their political beliefs are all a facade deep down. And on the other side of the coin, if they are not, it is their entire personality. There is no other depth to these people other than the hatred they feel for the right wing, themselves, and for men. These men pretend to be better than the rest. They say to women, I am safe, but also masculine. Come to me. I will offer you an alternative to the toxic and dangerous men within my arms. You are safe, and my cause is morally just. I'm one of the good ones, they say, while their minds plot and scheme of all the ways to get in your pants. Being friends with one of these guys as a man is the equivalent of being friends with a walking contradiction. It's only a matter of time before you say or do something that's going to upset him to the point where he labels you as the other, an undesirable, a non-human. Because if you go against what these people believe, that's what you are to them. Not someone with an opposing political view, but someone who ceases to be human. They're weasels, deceivers, and blights to society. If you see anyone with this haircut and an ugly ass mustache, or a childhood profile picture of them in their Instagram or social media, stay far, far away. Number two, the alpha male. I'm gonna put like a funk. I'm gonna be fat bitches twerking, and then the big muscular black man grabbing her and going like, bop, bop. Okay. Avid fan of Fresh and Fit and worshiper of Andrew Tate. His mistreatment by the left and lack of bitches have led him down a resentful and insecure road. Much like the male feminist, the alpha male is another type of performative male, but on the opposite side of the political spectrum. He performs not for women, but to show his superiority over other men. He obsesses over unlocking his true potential, making sure his aura is always intact. He can never have a moment of weakness, a moment of humanity. He must be the conqueror, the man at the very top. They're usually very right-leaning, so much to the point where they view anyone who falls outside this worldview as weak, woke, or beta. He complains about the constant woke ideology infecting women's minds, but little does he know that he is woke too, just on the other side of the political spectrum. Emotionally unstable, violent, and insecure. It's an overcorrection of some trauma that happened to him long ago, be it the institutionalized left-leaning teachers telling him that all men are evil and have to pay for the crimes of being born with a big old schlong and balls between their legs. The constant bickering, the constant nagging of liberal women has corrupted his mind into being the absolute same as the male feminist. It's kind of like an emotional safeguard this archetype portrays. Behind the carefully crafted physique and constant hustling is a boy acting out what he thinks a man is in order to feel safe. We all risk becoming like the alpha male if we consume too much political slop, focusing on the thoughts and opinions of people who despise us. Instead, we must focus on what we can do with the little time we have on this earth. Number 3, the NPC. Right in the middle of these two, we have the NPC. Now, I don't usually like to use this term, but it's someone who's usually a coworker, classmate, someone you have to keep things casual with. Not all normal people are NPCs, but you're able to tell who is the moment you mention something moderately controversial or have an unconventional dream or hobby. These are the crabs in the bucket that drag you down when you have something you want to do that doesn't fit the mold.
Why are you so worried about who's collecting your data? You don't have anything to hide, right?
They look at you while they side-eye you.
Why are you looking into that? Are you like a conspiracy theorist or something?
These guys aren't always terrible people, but if you let them dictate your choices in life, you will become one of them. These mediocre little peons, these little like fucking wah babies that want you to stay in this little mold of mediocrity. Okay, and I say this not as someone who thinks that these little people are beneath me, but no. But there are really people like that who, the moment you try to do something that's productive or something that will benefit you that's unconventional, they'll fucking side-eye you like you have COVID. It's literally that same thing where you would cough during COVID years and everyone would fucking scorn at you and look at you with hatred. It's the same feeling. Not necessarily the situation, but the same feeling. The NPC lives their lives within a reality of constant consumption. They have dreams like you, but are too scared to achieve them because deep down they overthink. They're too worried about saying or doing the right thing, that too much to the point where they lose what makes them unique. We all have a little bit of this inside of us, this desire to conform as human beings. It's when we listen to this too much that stunts our growth, where we risk falling into this archetype. It's your job to deny these people and to pursue that masculine urge that you have to conquer, to explore, to create, to get closer to God through those things. The NPC denies his nature, not because he thinks it's wrong, but because he's too scared to know that it's right, that it's okay to upset people in the pursuit of something greater, whether that be for yourself, a community, or for the world. Number 4, the heathen. The heathen is someone that exists in all of us in our modern society, unfortunately. It's those who have lost themselves completely that you have to watch out for. Gooners, gamblers, gamers, and alcoholics. Not everyone who has vices is necessarily a heathen, but when you want to evolve in your life, you don't want to have people who will drag you back into your addictive tendencies. The heathen lives his life in an attitude to constantly justify his degeneracy.
It's okay that I look at TikTok all day. Everyone has TikTok and all my friends have TikTok, and if I delete TikTok, I'm not going to be able to talk to my friends. It's natural to watch porn. Everybody knows that porn is actually really healthy for you to watch, and I just need to release my organs. I need to release my organs. I need to look at the little zero big mommies clapping and fucking each other.
The NPC is similar in his justification of these wrong things, but the heathen lives and dies for these things to continue, my friends. We're all filling a hole, folks, in some way or another. But those of us who want to escape from this cycle need to make sure we don't live our lives in constant consumption. Constant consumption of media, constant consumption of substances, and make sure to spread the word of how bad a lot of these things are that were designed by groups of scientists to keep you trapped. All of us are guilty of being heathens at some point of our lives. It's our job to make sure that more men don't become heathens and that we ourselves don't fall into this trap. To wrap things up, I hope you guys liked this video. I know it was a little dramatic, a little ridiculous, but I wanted to share my thoughts on some of the types of people I've encountered and some of the traits that they seem to display. If you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe. It lets the algorithm know that my channel is worth watching, and it lets me know that these videos are worth making. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you here again soon.